Today we are going to discuss the topic movements for upliftment of backward classes. So, let's dive deep into the description first. Social reform movement in India. The caste system in India was divided into several castes. The untouchables in Indian society faced many restrictions. The caste system affected the growth of the United Nations concept and democracy in modern India. The national movement and the growth of the national movement weakened by caste system. Backward caste movements in India can be categorized into four types based on the level of social stage. So, India's society was traditionally divided into many castes, which were like rigid social groups. At the bottom of the system, there were untouchables, now called Dalits, who faced many restrictions like being denied entry to temples, schools, or even public wells, like they can't even drink water from public wells. This caste system created deep inequality and made it hard for India to grow as united democratic nation. People were divided by birth, not by talent or effort. That's why many leaders and thinkers started social reform movements to fight against caste discrimination and to promote equality. During the national freedom movement, people from different castes came together to fight British rule. This unity helped weaken the caste system and encouraged in ideas of justice and equal rights. So, to understand how different communities fought for their rights, they can divide this into four types of movements. Let's discuss in up next. Movements by intermediate and lower castes. Okay, sorry, I think I skipped the first one. Okay, no worries, there is a description, you can check from there. Movements by intermediate and lower caste. These movements were led by intermediate and low caste such as Ahirs and Kurmis in North India and Kammas and Reddis in Andhra Pradesh, the Malis in Bihar and Nonias in Punjab and Kolis in Gujarat and monks in Maharashtra. So, think of this group like the middle and lower floors of social building, not at the very bottom, but still facing discrimination. These castes wanted better access to education, jobs, and respect. They felt left out by both of the upper caste and government systems. For examples, Aris and Karmis in North India, Kammas and Reddis in Andhra Pradesh, Malis in Bihar, Nonias in Punjab, Kolis in Gujarat, monks in Maharashtra. Imagine a classroom where only few students are allowed to answer questions or win prizes. These groups started raising their hands and saying, "We deserve a chance too." So that's how people feel left out and they raise their voices. Here, children raise their hand that they deserve that chance too, but in moments, people raise their voice. Um, Sorry, this one is covered. Okay, no worries. The backward class of denotified castes are untouchable. Movements by the backward classes of denotified castes and untouchables. These were the movements against upper and the other backward castes. These were the most oppressed communities, often labeled unfairly as criminal tribes. Even though they didn't commit a crime, they were called as criminal tribes or untouchables. They faced exclusion from society, temples, schools, or even water sources. Their movement were not just against upper caste but also against other backward castes. When sometimes looked down them, they demanded basic human rights, dignity, and social inclusion. If society was a game, this group weren't even a token to play. Their movement said, "We belong here to stop excluding us." Tribal movements. These are considered as the fourth type and can be referred to during respective movements. So, tribal communities, normally called as Adivasis, have distinct cultures and lifestyles, often living in forest and hilly areas. Their movements focused on protecting land and culture identity. They resisted being pushed out of their home or being forced to change their way of life. They are considering a separate category because of their issues are different from caste-based issues. So imagine a village where outsiders come and try to take over the land and change the rules. The tribal stood up and said, "This is our home, respect our way of life." So why these movements matter? Each group had its own challenges, but all were fighting for justice, equality, and respect. These movements helped shape modern India into more inclusive society. So there is a disturbance coming ahead from outside of my home. I'll continue this video. In this video only you will get all the information. I'll do the recording later just. And what are the movements? The movements were Satya Shodhak Samaj movement. It took place in Maharashtra in year 1873. It was against whom? It was against the caste system, and the leaders were Jyotirao Govindrao Phule. Cause the movement criticized Brahminical domination. In the name of religion, it demanded representation of all classes of Hindu and all local body services, etc. Mode of protest creating awareness. His efforts culminated in the formation of the reservation. So, what was the target of this movement? The unfair caste system, especially Brahmin dominance. Brahmin people dominated. It clearly says that why they did protest. And Jyotirao Phule saw that Brahmins had too much control over religion, education, and government jobs. Other castes, especially lower lands, were excluded and treated unfairly. So he started a group called Satya Shodhak Samaj, which means Truth Seeker Society. What did they do? They fought for equal rights for all castes, especially in school jobs and government fair representation in local councils and services, to challenge the idea that only Brahmins could speak for religion or society. And instead of fighting with weapons, they used awareness, held meetings, gave speeches, wrote books and articles, educated people about equality and justice. Imagine a classroom where only one group of students is allowed to speak or lead. Phule said, "That's not fair. Everyone deserves a voice." And Phule's ideas inspired future leaders and laid a foundation for reservation policies, which help ensure that people from disadvantaged castes get fair chances in education and jobs. So basically, this Jyotirao Govindrao Phule has started all these caste system movements. He was the main foundation of these movements, and ending with Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Next movement is Sri Narayana Dharma Paripalan Yogam movement. It took place in 1903 against the caste system, and the leader was Sri Narayana Guru. Mode of the protest was to create awareness, a new slogan, one religion, one caste, and one God for mankind. This was told by Sri Narayana Guru. So, where it started in Kerala. The whole purpose was to fight against caste system and promote equality. In Kerala, society was divided by caste, and lower caste were treated unfairly. Sri Narayana Guru, a wise and spiritual leader, believed that all humans are equal, no matter what caste they belong to. He started a movement called Sri Narayana Dharma Paripalan Yogam, SNDP Yogam, to spread his message. And instead of shouting or fighting, he used peaceful way of awareness. He gave speeches and wrote poems about equality. He built temples where everyone, no matter which caste they are, they could be able to come and worship. He encouraged education for all, especially lower caste. For example, imagine a playground where only few kids are allowed to play. Narayana Guru said, "Let's open the gates, everyone deserves to play." Everyone deserves to play. He gave a famous slogan, one religion, one caste, and one God for mankind. This meant all people are equal, no one is higher or lower because of birth. We should treat each other with respect and kindness. His movement helped change people's thinking and inspired future social reformers. It also laid foundations for equality based policies in Kerala and beyond. It spread through whole country for to be precise. Last but not the least, basically it's the best. Like it had very much pace and it had success rate. Justice Party. It was established in 1916 by against caste system, and the leaders were Dr. T. M. Nair, Tyagaraja Chetty, and C. Natesha Mudaliar. Mode of protest: sent petitions to British government. The Justice Party worked for upliftment of Dravidians in Madras Presidency in 1920. It won the elections and formed the government. Later, under the leadership of Periyar, it was transformed into a social organization called Dravida Kazhagam. So basically, this Justice Party was a party elected by people only, but totally under control of British government, and they used to follow what British government has said. So British government like they didn't much involve in their politics. They just wanted like British said something, this Justice Party listened to them blindly. So in year 1916 this was started. The purpose was to fight against the caste system and promote equality for non-Brahmin community. And the leaders for this party were these people. And where it happened in Madras Presidency. Now Tamil Nadu and parts of South India like Kerala, a little bit of Andhra Pradesh. And what was the movement about? This movement was about Brahmins had most of the top jobs in government, education and administration. Other communities, especially Dravidians, were left out. The Justice Party was formed to give voice to the communities and demand fair treatment. And instead of street protests, they used petitions and letters. They wrote the British government asking for equal opportunities in jobs and educations. They wanted reservations for non-Brahmins in government services. Imagine a school where only one group of students gets to be in the class leaders. The Justice Party says, let's make sure even every group gets a chance to lead. And in 1920s, the Justice Party won the elections in Madras Presidency and formed the government. They introduced policies to help backward classes and improve education and employment. Later, under Periyar's leadership, the party became a social reform group called Dravida Kazhagam, which focused on ending caste discrimination and promoting self-respect. The Justice Party was one of the first political movements in India to challenge caste-based inequality through democratic means. It helped pave the path for reservation policies and social justice reforms in South India. I hope you like this video. Please like, share and subscribe. Your subscribe means a lot to me. Your support means a lot to me. Everything you do, like, share, subscribe or watch anything it might be, it's your support to me. Thanks for supporting me, guys. Keep supporting. I will release every subject, every topic, everything will be covered only in one channel. And if you want any other languages you want me to teach, Telugu, Hindi, English, Tamil, Malayalam, Urdu, kuch bhi hone do, anything it might be, just drop a comment and we will get it for you from anywhere. And if you want any other topic or any other subject, no, don't worry, I will not explain if I am not experienced in that subject. I'll get someone who can explain, a lecturer most probably. Thanks for watching.